AM 560. The Answer.
Oh, you gonna let it all hang out. Fat bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round.
It's the official campaign song of the Clinton campaign right there. I think she would have won with this girl. She wins, hands down.
Never knew no good from bad, but I knew life before I left my nursery.
There's only one reason you could tolerate her. You got to be in on it. I mean, how many people are in on it?
So that's all I could say. I'm not, I have no idea. That's why we turned it over. You were the official in charge. Did you wipe the service? What, like with a cloth or something? Well, no. I don't know how it works digitally at all. I do not have any.
Half the standards of a Tom Pritzker, and you probably picked up more women. Max, Carrie.
Shaun, how you doing? Good to hear you again. I get to listen to you on the way home. I gotta ask you. You gotta keep up the fight. I love listening. And I don't know why you think Jeffrey visiting the White House is such a nefarious deal here, because the way I look at it, he probably grabbed a cup of coffee, wanted to sit down, have a chat with them about some philanthropic work that they wanted to work on, and then he just missed them the next 16 times they were there. He probably didn't make an appointment. Here?
That's
all.
Can Bill come out and play? Is he here? Yeah. I'll just sit and wait for him for some coffee. Hey, Max, do you remember when Jimmy Carter's drunk brother? You remember that scumbag Jimmy Carter's brother?
Billy.
And he got caught.
Billy.
He got caught. Right. He got caught, and somebody gave him a loan for $80,000 or $120,000.
Yes.
It was a scandal that ruined their career. The only thing that's changed is the standards of the Americans, where there is no such thing as objective reality anymore. There is no such thing as an objective fact. There is no reality among Democrats. None. For 4 years, we sat there with that stumbling, bumbling dimwit, soiling his fracking trousers. He didn't know if it was Tuesday or July to pretended he was a president, stealing elections, and all of these scumbags. It goes back to Clinton, but what really broke this country was Barack Obama. You mark my words, Max. In the future, time will be kept by B.O., before Obama and after Obama. You mark my words. Thank you very much. What that scum did opened the door for this.
You want to worry about the government? You need an F-16.
Mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit.
Buy a shotgun. You know that 28 out of every high school student is Latino. More than half of the women in my administration are women.
Half the women. What? Well, that in his administration, he might be right, because half of those, they had the three-piece set. They were fake women, and they're dangerous, those transvestites. Phil in Tinley Park.
Hey, Shaun. I'm going to get deep in the weeds here, and I know you'll stop me before I go too far. But I've been a proponent of third parties for, going back to I voted for Ross Perot and Pat Buchanan, and a student of the idea. And I read The Fourth Turning, and it kind of suggested to me that the time we'd missed the window to have a strong third party that would have been in the 90s. But I don't feel great about how I reacted to your idea, and I feel like, go for it. Go ahead and go for it. Go for that third.
Well,
even if it doesn't work out, it's a process towards eventually something better. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing, Phil. The key of the con artist, he has to construct a situation that you operate in, that in which, no matter what case you move, it's heads they win, tails you lose. Do you understand? So they have to construct this duopoly. It's hard. I pose this to you. There has always been a third party, always and forever. And don't forget, there are a tremendous amount of people that are so disenfranchised, they figure, what the hell's the difference? Because they see the scam. So there is a third party. It's just sometimes it's recognized and sometimes it isn't.
Yeah.
And when you look at the information we've had about the scandal in these voting machines for decades, the scandal that they are, in fact, rigged, and you see the formula that came out, and we had that moron call and make fun of Lindahl. Lindahl is an interesting cat. He's a peculiar cat, but an interesting cat who spent hundreds of millions of his own money. Unlike every Democrat that ever lived. He spent his own money, and he had investigation after investigation, and they showed the formula. And the way the machine is rigged is 1.3 for the favored candidate, 0.7 for the candidate that's not favored. So in essence, it takes 2 to 1 in an election on those machines to even beat or tie the favored candidate. Do you understand? So when Trump wins, he wins 3 to 1. 4-1. That's how he won. So there is a third party, and it's been neutered, and it's neutered from the con artists that are the 535 politicians in this country. Now, there may be a few good ones in there, 10 good ones or whatever, but it's up to us to demand. I don't vote for a Republican ticket. I don't. I get them, they call my show, and I want to come on. Forget about it. I got one guy that called that's running for DuPage. I really like him, Shaun Noonan. But if I have him on, I got to have all the scumbags on, right? So that's how I operate. So the thing is, we are a third party. We just aren't being recognized. So you and me and every listener, Terry, George, Anonymous, all of them, they're all the third party. Now, some of them, I got friends of mine who had to be, you grew up in our neighborhood. Well, you got to support this guy and that guy. Yeah, okay, but they didn't do it because they wanted to or they believed in it, right?
One other thing.
So that's the construct that we have to break. This idea, I'm going to be a Republican. And that's how you allow scumbags to pose as Republicans, like Heidner. Pay to play Governor Heidner. That's what he wants. Pay to play, right? So you got to break the construct. And we do it by just supporting individual people. No more tickets. No more. It's over with.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? One more thing. There's no more. I mean, conservatives, we feel like we have no representation. And far be it from me to be concerned about liberals also having no representation. But if they ever got to it, we really need a third and a fourth party. So both, ideals have representation.
The truth
neither
is,
of us do currently.
The truth is, we, people who call themselves conservatives, we adopt the language that's been bastardized. We are the liberal. We don't want anything from anybody. We don't want to tell anybody anything. We want absolute and total liberty and an anonymity and the government that represents us versus us to be slaves to them. So we've got to take the language back. This is our fault, but I'm telling you it's changing. These kids that are these investigative reporters, they're going to change the whole fracking thing. And it's our job to keep the pressure on and kick the doors open and not bite. So when I come down here and I see Oberweis, all of a sudden he moved. Now he wants to run for Congress here. Make your fracking milkshakes and shut up. I got to deal with these scumbags. Thank you very much, Phil. See, this is why I can't have him on the show, Squirrel. Has a short Jesse J. I'm going to go with Anonymous. Anonymous in Rosemont. You have the mask on with the little mustache and the twirl?
No.
All right.
Hardly.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm over 80 now, so my memory won't be that precise. But back around 1980, when Jane Byrne was mayor, I believe, in Chicago, she went back on her word to the fire department, so we went on strike. After about 2 or 3 weeks, Jesse Jackson goes to the president of the Chicago Firefighters Union and says for the price of $5,000, he'll lead a protest march downtown and try and straighten things out.
Yeah.
So there's the real Jesse Jackson. Anything for a buck.
He's a real gangster. A real gangster. And guys who loaned other guys money got the rep. But do me a favor, if you're in Rosemont, you look for my guy Dickie. You give him a kiss on the cheek for me, will you?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
312-642-5600.
Broadcasting from the petri dish of corruption known as the state of Illinois.
In the upper Midwest, the nation, and around the world.
This is the Shaun Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.